Hello, this is Gwen with CraftyLadyDesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. I have a new album that I've been working on the junk journals, and this is a junk journal, not an album, with fabric covered uh, fronts, backs, and spines. This is covered with fabric. I covered another one with a real light weight type fabric. It covered well. I haven't finished it. But this is a duck type fabric, and it's all, of course, stamped and whatever. The book is 4 by 6. I've got a metal embellishment here with this is graphic 45, and this I don't know. It was out of the jewelry section at Michael's. I've secured it with uh, seam binding, crinkled seam binding. Now I just tied it around. I didn't attach it with the grommets or anything. It just slides on and off. It's a 4 signature um, junk journal. There's over 160 pages. I made, of course, the uh, little hanging thing here with some crystals and a key and a bumblebee and a couple other crystals as well and a pearl. Uh, and on the back is just plain. Now, I I stained around after I covered it, I glued this on. I spray glued this on chipboard. This is hard. I sprayed this on chipboard. I put book binding tape on the spine to secure it as well. And then I went around it with distressed inks because the primarily inside cover is a brownish color. So this lends itself to the silver um, on the charms and whatever. So I went around the edges with distressed ink uh, to kind of bring it in. And then I also, when I get inside, I'll show you on the book pages that I used. I went over them. I dry brushed over them because they are in English. I usually use my French book, but I've got another book to show as well, where I refurbished an old book. I just took the guts out of it and used the old book. So I kept the pages. So I used the pages in here. I've read through them. I don't think there's anything offensive or out of line. But again, if you read it, I don't know. I don't think so. I did not read the whole book, however, but I don't think it was that type of a book. So I took gesso and I dry brushed it, and I'll show you. So, and I also dry brushed some on the cover of the book as well. You can barely see it, but it just kind of ties in with the inside. So I just dry brushed some gesso. Now, as I say, this just slides off. It's not attached per se. And then we'll go inside. I love it. I just love it. I love these junk journals. Here is the inside cover. Now, I made these flowers. They're out of coffee dyed paper, and I stamped them first with a French script, and then I punched them out with a punch that I have. I have 3 different sizes here with a little uh, button that I put some twine through. This is a pocket that I made. And here is just a card that says beautiful that slips down in. Now, this is a little book that I made as well. And it just opens up and you can journal, and it is hand sewn as well. And I just stamped on the front of it to give some interest. This is a 4 seasons book: summer, spring, autumn, and winter. This is your summer section. There are four, as I say, there are four. There's spring, there's autumn, and I get into it. Here's winter. There's winter. Um, I tried to, I did a lot of stamping in the book. So I tried to correlate the season with the stamps that I use to a point. I also used the uh, corrugated piece that I used to stamp the lines in. This stamp didn't stamp as well. It's a beautiful stamp, but it's on there. This is calligraphy paper that I get at Hobby Lobby, and I think if you've watched my videos before, it's like parchment paper. It's in the arts section, arts and inks and that type of thing. This is a half page that I've put in there, and I stamped a little flower. This is another page that I stamped with the corrugated stamp for journaling. This is just plain. You can journal on both sides. It says smile, giggle, laugh, and enjoy. And I left a lot of them blank as well. I made another pocket. And here's another flower that I made. This is just two of the smaller flowers with three little um, metal, or three little, not pearls, but embellishments. This is just a piece of scrap. It opens up. You could journal on the outside. This is a tag, just a tag that you could journal on. This is a tag as well. And I put a little key on there with a little ring to hook it on there to give it some interest. Oh, I just love it. I'm going to be offering this one as well. I've added two new journals on my consignment area, capturedonpaper.com. Here's the back page of that, and it's just got thinking of you, a little stamp. Here's another line stamped page. Now here's the book page on both sides. You can still, if you really look, you can read it, but as I say, so what I did, I just dry brushed gesso over that to kind of tone it down to begin with. And then number two, you could journal on top of it as well. This is the center. I did nothing. I just trimmed it off. And whoever gets this, they can attach these together like so on the sides, make a pocket, and cover up the stitching if you don't like the stitching. There's the back page of the book page. This is just the back page of the little half page, and there's get another flower with a little embellishment in the center, and it says thinking of you. I did a lot of stamping in the book. Here are flowers to represent spring. A lot of blank pages. As I say, there's over 160 pages in it. This says just flying by to say hi. I love it. This is just one of the little half pages, and I've got friend to friend, and I just folded it over and stamped it. Now this is the other end of the calligraphy paper. It was wider than what I needed, and instead of cutting it down, I moved it over, and I just folded this over to make a little pocket and glued it down. This is just a flower card that I had and some ephemera. And here is another tag. I just stapled on a piece of the parchment paper to give it some interest. And that slides in there, and you could journal on both of those. Another journaling page. Nothing, I mean, another plain page. Now we're into spring. Now, all of these are the same. I make all of my signatures. I lay them out the same. You do not have to. I just, in other words, I lay one, two, three, four, one, two, three, and they're all laid out the same. So virtually, these are all going to be the same. Here's your spring, and it says happy together. It's three little birds. Cute. And I put little tabs on here with a little butterfly on each signature. There again, there's the calligraphy paper. Here's a flower. Explore with the number 1, just a little metal embellishment with, I stamped explore. Here's another little bird. This says cherish across the top. I did a lot of stamping. Here's another little flower at the bottom. This says believe. This is one, and you could journal on this. You could, what do you believe in? You know, journal what you believe in. just some more. And then here's your book page again that I just kind of dry brushed it on. There again, here's the center with the flower, the back part of the book page. This says Journey. This is on one of the little half ones, and there again, you could write on there about your journey. Here's another page with the stamped lines. Family. This is a belly band of the parchment paper, and then I just stamped and cut out this little flower, and this is just a rounded edged card that slips down into the belly band. You could journal on. This says passion. You could write here what is your passion. Here we have the back part of the calligraphy paper and made a pocket again, and here's a tag that you could journal on, and here's another tag, and then I got a metal number on that of number 2, which is the second one, and this just slides down in the pocket. Oh, let's see. Did I skip something? Well, no, there's just a plain page. Now we're into autumn. I just stamp across the bottom. There again is your calligraphy paper. Follow your dreams. Believe, explore, imagine. It's on your half page. Wishing you all things fabulous. It's a stamp. This is, you could journal on these. I didn't stamp this back. This is just the half page where you could journal on the back. I just stamped a little stamp here. I'm not out frame. There again, here's your book page with the gesso. There's the center again. You can close those up if you'd like. Here's the other book page. And there's another half page. I love this little book. It is a chunky monkey. This says blessing. Another stamped lined page. This says free. Here's another, the other end of the calligraphy paper. This is just a cut off, and I folded it in half, and you could journal on it. And it says kindness comes in many forms, but always from the heart. And that fits down in your little pocket. And then here's another journaling now into winter. Follow your dreams. We're into winter. Another calligraphy. Here's some, you could journal with some little snowflakes. Sweetness, you could journal on the back. Happiness, what makes you happy? You could journal that. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. Create, you could write here what you would like to create or what you have created. There again, here's the book page. It's gessoed. There's the center of our winter signature. The back of the book page. A little something for you. These are all coffee dyed papers, other than the calligraphy paper. And you could journal there. There's the snowflake stamp again down in the corner. So cute. There again, here's your corrugated stamped page for journaling on the lines. This says discover. Write on here what you would like to discover. And the last here, almost last, is the back page. It says, may all of your wishes come true. This opens up as well, and you can journal on it. And then this is just a postcard with some stamped lines on the back that you can journal on as well. And treasures, what you treasure, you can write there. And that is the back. And I just took the dry brush and brushed on that as well. as I say, I used a book binding um, tape on the inside after I put it together. Now this is chipboard, but it will secure and make it nice and tight. I have sprayed this and when I attached the fabric, and of course then I wrapped it. And then I secured the. This is paper. This is paper inside, but I wrapped it, and I used Fabri-Tac on all the fabric, and then of course the paper I used Fabri-Tac as well. So it's pretty secure, I hope. I think. um, there again, here's the charms with a key and the fleur-de-lis and a bee, a bumblebee for spring. This is just a little metal piece that is glued with E6000, and this is a staple from G45. It's one of their new ones, the burnished. And then the back is just plain. And as I say, of course, it's a chunky monkey. I mean, it just really is. I love it. This just slides on like so, rather than the grommets and wrapping it and everything. It works fine because when it opens up a little, and see, then you can adjust this if you add to it, you want to add to it and whatever. Um, Thank you for joining me today, and I'm going to again offer this for sale on my consignment area, which is uh, capturedonpaper.com. My name is Gwen. It will be in the book, and what across the top there are labels. It'll be on the news section, but it'll also be on the books and whatever it shows at the top. I put 2 on there yesterday. So if you would be interested, I would appreciate it. Uh, Give me a thumbs up if you will. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. I have another one. I altered a book. I bought some books at the dollar store for $1, and they're older books. Now, they're not antique type books, but they were older books. And in fact, that's where the papers come from, the book papers in this. And I altered it and finished it out as well. So I haven't done a YouTube on it on that particular book, and I have already offered it on my consignment shop. So I will make a YouTube flip through of that as well. Again, my name is Gwen, craftyladydesigns.com, capturedonpaper.com is the consignment shop. Have any questions, please email me at gcasteel@comcast.net. And thank you for joining me, and I will be seeing you again soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day.